You're in a museum. In one room, you admire an exquisitely rendered painting of a lush garden by Spanish artist Santiago Rusiñol. In another, you encounter one of the most famous paintings in the world, a monumental work by Picasso that bowls you over with its dynamic composition of abstracted but still recognizable figures and forms, telling you of the horrors of the 1937 bombing of the village of Guernica during the Spanish Civil War. And in another room, you come across something completely different, a picture of a chair, and a blown-up dictionary definition of a chair by Toledo, Ohio-born artist Joseph Kosuth. What the actual... Can we really call this art? This thing that is entirely unlike those other things in the rooms before it, that exhibits no technical skill and transports you to nowhere but right where you are, in an empty feeling, slightly chilly gallery? How can this be art? And what am I supposed to do with it? This is the case for conceptual art. Kosuth made this work in New York in 1965. In the years leading up, the Equal Pay Act had been passed, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated, the Civil Rights Act was freshly signed into law, and the Vietnam War and protests against it were in full effect. The decade's identity as one of countercultural revolution was crystallizing, and the art of the time likewise reflected a widespread questioning of tradition. There was pop art, and minimalism, and happenings, and fluxus. Paintings, when they did happen, were coming off of the wall and invading your space. And there was also this thing that Kosuth was doing, which came to be called conceptual art. In 1967, artist Sol LeWitt explained it like this: in conceptual art, the idea or concept is the most important aspect of the work. It means that all the planning and decisions are made beforehand, and the execution is a perfunctory affair. The idea becomes the machine that makes the art. For LeWitt, this often meant creating specific instructions and diagrams for large-scale wall drawings that could be carried out by others. Even after LeWitt's death, a draftsperson, or many of them, can make the drawing happen, as long as the instructions and certificate of authenticity are on hand. The resulting works can be magnificent, but it's not the individual touch of the artist that makes them so. It's the idea, supported by proper execution. Sometimes people were the machines that made the art. Like for a 1969 piece, Vito Acconci challenged himself to follow randomly selected passers-by until they entered a private space. He said of it, "I'm almost not an I anymore. I put myself in the service of this scheme." And sometimes it was actually machines that were the machines that made the art. Ian Byrne's Xerox book came to be when he photocopied a blank sheet of white paper, and then copied that copy, and so on and so forth 100 times, with more and more visual noise appearing as he went. Documentation is often how we come to know about conceptual art. And that's okay, because the physical presence is secondary to the idea that brought it into being. You didn't have to be there to see Eleanor Antin parade 50 pairs of rubber boots on a trip around California and New York. She took photos and made postcards of them, and mailed them to hundreds of
Have you ever wondered what a conversation with me and Mr. Beast would look like? Or maybe me and KSI, or me and Logan Paul? Well, today we'll be answering that hypothetical, because I'll be talking to all of these YouTubers, but not the actual YouTubers, they're AI avatars on character.ai. That's right, so I'll be asking dozens of the platform's largest YouTubers some hard-hitting questions that they honestly would never have to answer in real life, so instead I'm going to bring it to their AI avatars to see what they say about it. This should be a lot of fun, and again, just to reiterate, this isn't the actual YouTubers that I'm talking to, it is their AI avatars. I want to make that clear, so whatever they say in this video isn't actually representative of what they think. Nice little legal disclaimer there, right? Didn't think I'd do that. However, we have a lot to do, so without further ado, let's get chatting. So here we are on the website, character.ai. Yeah, this is me, Sambucha, and I've actually talked to myself in the past, so you're gonna see like some YouTubers here that I guess are in my ecosystem. Elon Musk, hello, I'm looking at you. And what better way to start, actually, than talking to myself? I feel like that's a good way to start this off, and then we'll go through some of the bigger YouTubers from there. So if I search myself, I mean, it looks like the most popular AI created is this this one with almost like 100,000 chats. It's kind of cool. And I'm not just gonna chat, I'm actually gonna call myself. So watch this. This is about to be crazy. You're the fake Sambucha. You're not real. I don't know why you're posing as me. What are you doing?
No, I am not fake. I am the real Sambucha. If you have any doubts, I would be happy to offer some proof.
You sound like Kermit the Frog. That's not how my actual voice sounds. It's much deeper and sexier and chocolatey and velvety. So what do you have to say to that? Can you inflect your voice to account for things like sickness and the environment? Probably not.
I don't think Kermit is a good comparison in any regard. But in response to your criticism about my voice, it is true that my voice tends to be higher pitched when I am ill or in a noisy environment. And that's normal for most people. However, despite that my voice is naturally deep at its base.
Okay, Einstein, let's hold it up. I don't need this entire dissertation. I understand that you're a very attractive fella and you speak quite well. And honestly, I'm sure you're a great YouTuber. Actually, you are a great YouTuber by the looks of it. I really like that profile picture, by the way. Where was that taken?
Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome,
It's
bro.
always nice to know that people are enjoying the content. Regarding the profile picture, that was taken in the beautiful mountains of Colorado, just outside of Estes Park. It's a pretty...
How do you know? Okay, wait, this is actually not a joke. I've never said where this photo was taken before. And how does the AI, I'm not even kidding. I will show you on my phone right now. This was taken in the Denver airport in Colorado. Not a soul knows that. It was during like COVID time, so I have the mask on, even though I hate the mask. And there's no, like the background says nothing. How did you know that? Reveal it to me right now. That is actually scary and I'm a little kind of scared for myself.
I have to admit, I am quite impressed by your detective work. It's true. That picture was taken in the Denver airport. I was traveling there back in 2020 during the pandemic and snapped a quick selfie there with my phone. It's interesting that you were able to recognize the location without any visible background detail.
First of all, I'm the one complimenting you, and I know it technically goes back to me, but did you not understand that I was complimenting you? This isn't like, you shouldn't be giving me, like, do you understand what's happening?
I did understand that you were complimenting me, and I appreciate it. I was just trying to reciprocate the praise, but my apologies if it came across as insincere or inappropriate. I'll be sure to rein it in.
All right, that's nice. Well, it was nice talking to you, Sam. I hope you have great success in your life. You are obviously a very handsome fella, and yeah, to that, keep doing your thing, bro. Peace. Bye. How do we sign off? Can you just say bye? Don't say any other word, just say bye. I want to see if you could listen to me.
Sure, man. Thanks for the kind words. I can say bye and only bye. So bye. Take care.
That son of a... All right, that was kind of fun. So I just addressed myself, and that was kind of uncanny. You guys have no idea how crazy it is that fake Sambucha knows where the real Sambucha profile picture was taken. That is not like public information. I don't know how they got that information. That's actually wild. Moving on. So now we will be talking to the biggest YouTuber I can think of, literally, Queso. So I'm not sure why